protein, high fat, blood, all kinds of things in it. And we want to give that to our children. 1870. Great amounts of milk and sugar clog the system, irritate the digestive organs, and affect the brain. Anything that hinders the living machinery affects the brain very directly. And from the light given me, sugar, when largely used, is more injurious than meat. Ooh, we love our pies, don't we? We love our ice cream. Sugar is not good for the stomach. It causes fermentation, and this clouds the brine. Where's the battle, by the way? And if we've got beclouded minds, what's going to happen? Are you going to hear God's voice, or are you going to hear Satan's voice? Sugar, sweet, white, and deadly. Average American consumes 150 pounds of sugar a year. 75% of our sugars come from hidden sources. Average American receives 500 nutritional empty calories a day from sugar. It destroys B vitamins. It leaches calcium. Contributing factor to diabetes. 95% of children in this country have tooth decay. And experts have now shown that sugar decreases the body's ability to fight disease. Experts state that there may be as much as a 50% decrease in the ability of certain white blood cells to destroy bacteria after large amounts of sugar have been eaten. It affects the minds of the children. That's why we have children running around like headless chickens, because they've got so much sweets, they've got so many drinks. You can't control them. You know, my laptop's just frozen, just bear with me a second. This afternoon, after dinner, are you going to have dessert? Are you going to have something like this that's going to clog up the system? Then don't ask God to bless it. That's how serious it is. You know, they asked John Wesley to do a prayer for the food once, and he says, and he saw this ham on it, and he's thinking, how can you bless this? And he said, Lord, bless what you can on this table, but how can you bless something that you already cursed? Don't ask God to bless your food if you're gonna go against Him. Time is running. 1905, we have information on coffee. The action of coffee is exhilarating, the nerves of the stomach are excited. And he talked all about the dangers of coffee and tea. And we see that coffee and caffeine is a stimulant. And we find, by the way, caffeine in chocolate. The diet chosen by our Creator. Grains, fruits, nuts and vegetables constitute the diet chosen for us by our Creator. These foods prepared in as simple and natural a manner as possible are the most healthful and nourishing. They impart a strength, a power of endurance, and a vigor of intellect that are not afforded by a more complex and stimulating diet. In grains, fruits and vegetables and nuts are to be found all the food elements that we need. If we will come to the Lord in simplicity of mind, He will teach us how to prepare wholesome food free from the taint of flesh meat. This is the diet, brethren, we need. What happened in September 11th? In fact, we find this in 9 Testaments, page 11, 9/11. On one occasion when in New York City I was in the night season, called upon to behold buildings rising story after story toward heaven. The scene that next passed before me was an alarm of fire. Men looked at the lofty and supposedly fireproof buildings and said, they are perfectly safe. But these buildings were consumed as if made of pitch. The fire engines could do nothing. The firemen were unable to operate the engines. The truth for this time, the third angel's message, is to be proclaimed with a loud voice as we approach the great final test. This test must come to the churches in connection with true medical missionary work. We are told that in time of trouble, there will be suffering ones. Plenty of them that will need help. So because of the need, but also for their own sake, they should, while they have opportunity, become intelligent in regard to disease, its causes, prevention and cure. And those who will do this will find a field of labour anywhere. Now we have a world full of toxins. We need to purify ourselves. You want bloodsuckers in your body?